here at one of the Cook County Forest Preserve lakes, and it is time, it's go time, just about. So right behind me you see Bellew Lake. It's just off the tollway here by O'Hare. You see the tollway running. So nature in Cook County here. Let's go take a look and see if we can't see. The trout have been in here for a while. The lake is closed to trout fishing and all fishing. You shouldn't be really fishing in the Cook County lakes. Let's take a peek at it. Opening day in Illinois for trout fishing. Take a peek. Tomorrow's weather's supposed to be nasty. Right now we have a storm front coming in, so I don't know how it's going to impact the fish. Well, let's go take a spot, make sure nobody's pre-fishing for the trout. So happy opening day for trout fishing. Tomorrow we'll be doing some videos and I'll show you some gear and tactics for stocked trout fishing that is going to help you when the trout bust up out of the school and they're searching and more in pairs and single trout formation. So let's take a look. How often does that traffic go by? So often you won't even notice it. That's a good Chicago reference. Alright, so we're coming up on the lake here. Let's see if we got any trout jumping. Should be packed with lake. Here are the tracks. This is where the truck came to drop off the trout. Literally dumped the trout in the lake. Bring your boots. It's gonna be nasty tomorrow for sure, but definitely muddy out here. And we got spotted our first trout surfacing. There's one spot sheltered from the wind here. That'll be easier to see. Spot some troutage. It's a good thing nobody's fishing yet. Super shallow. Super shallow up in there. Season. Rainbow trout, 5 per day. Some trout rise right there. right down there. There's some right down there. Let's see if we can follow it a little bit. See how muddy it is. Bring your boots. So it's nice and calm today, nice and quiet, nobody out, the weather's beautiful. Luckily there's nobody fishing. There's no wind today. Tomorrow for the opening day for trout fishing, it's supposed to be a 15 to 30 mile an hour wind, and it will be a little tougher. This is actually a quarry. A few of the lakes stocked in Cook County are quarry lakes. And so what you'll see is there's a shallow ledge. And then right where you're seeing this fish activity, that fish activity is about 20, 25 feet out from the shore. 25 feet, 30 feet. There's a drop off, so it's going to be cooler water out there, and it's going to be more favorable, more oxygen for the fish. So you're seeing all the fish activity from these stock trout is right along that drop off line. So it's going to be colder water along the ledge. And that's one tip for you, is that you need to get your presentations out a little farther. And then what happens is it's a huge drop off. There's a huge drop off down to 22 feet, I believe. It's just a straight wall. And that little, that drop off in that cold water is going to just be nice and comfortable for these fish to sit in and travel. And so you'll see all the activity will be about that 25 feet or further out onto the lake. Not too much activity. So you have cold front, warm front, cold front, and then you're gonna have lots of wind tomorrow. So we've seen a couple trout. The other thing I noticed, these trout are small in Cook County. There's a lot more trout in Cook County to catch. They prefer to stock numbers, which means you have a really good chance of catching because there's a lot more trout. They stock by the pound, and they choose to pick a smaller fish, a younger fish. And so you're gonna see from the one trout we had, maybe we'll isolate that. On the one trout we had clear the water, it's a much smaller trout. What I would say for Cook County, your trout tip. We'll do trout tip of the day. Let's flip around here. So back here are the let's try that. Take two. And back here are the stock trout over my shoulder here. Cook County, Illinois. The trout opener is that first Saturday in April. So one tip I would give you for Cook County is that the trout are much smaller. When they stock them, they stock a lot more trout. So they stock in higher quantities. That's good for you because you got a better chance of catching. But it also means the fish are smaller. So yeah, look right about here, 20, 25 feet out from the shore. This is right where the quarry edge is. That's one tip for you, is that you're gonna see the activity is all that far from shore. That's gonna be where you go. My preferred method is to float fish for them and use smaller baits. They eat small, tiny insects all day. You could use the spike, which is a small larva. It's an awesome bait. It lives underwater for a long time. There you see some trout activity right there, right over my shoulder. We got same distance from shore. So if you want to get a float and suspend it 2-3 feet under the float, tiny, small float as you can get, and then use great live bait. So spikes is good. Spikes are good. Waxworms are good. And you can get those from your local bait store or one of my online bait suppliers that I'll put a link in the description here. And you can just have these baits shipped right to your house. And it's a great bait because it'll last the whole trout season into spring. As long as you keep them cold and on ice and you don't bring them out warm, they're your trout. They love the spike bait, and it can't be beaten. It lives underwater for about 15 minutes. I'm trying to get you some trout in the background there. So that bait lives underwater for about 15 minutes. And it's the perfect bait for these little trout because right now they're running around and the only food they're getting is a natural hatch, and these insects are tiny. So they're focused on little tiny stuff. And when the bite gets tough, you want to have that small live bait, and they focus in on that movement, and they're not going to pass it up. So that's my tip for you, is go small. My favorite bait is spikes for the stocked rainbow trout in Cook County and in Chicago, Illinois. And like I said, let's take another look at the water, one last look, and then we're gonna go back and we're gonna tie up some trout fishing tackle and get ready for trout. Tomorrow we're gonna do a trout video. The weather will be nasty, our audio probably will stink, but we're gonna go to a couple different places, probably Cook County and DuPage County, and fish for them. There are the trout right there. Go get those trout, yeah? Okay, so if you're brand new to fishing, the opening day of trout season can be chaotic, and it's gonna be tough, especially with the side winds. There's more trout. Trout are out there. Woo, stock trout, stock trout. Okay, so this is kind of cool, and I'm excited. Unfortunately, yeah, nasty conditions. I'm gonna do a trout fishing video and catch some trout tomorrow. So let's look forward to it. If you're going out and trying, good luck. Stay nice. Don't be mean to your neighbors. Some of them don't know how to fish that well. So if you're new to fishing and that, it's a tough day to go out with a huge wind and tough conditions. It's hard. So get out and practice a bit, and good luck trout fishing tomorrow in Cook County and DuPage County and Illinois, the rest of Illinois. Show us what you catch, and you can visit chicagofishingschool.com. Also, if you need trout fishing supplies and tackle, livebaitfishingtackle.com. Again, I'll put a link down in the description of the video for you and in the comments. So, all right, need some help? We'll get it to you. So let's look for exciting trout fishing tomorrow. All right, good luck.